Have you ever noticed something strange about people? They remember your number when they need help, but somehow, they forget you exist when you need support. Maybe you've canceled your plans before, skipped your rest, ignored your own problems, just to show up for someone else. And maybe, deep down, you've asked yourself a quiet question. Why do I always show up for everyone, but no one shows up for me? If that feeling sounds familiar, then listen carefully. Because this story might change the way you live your life. In a small, peaceful town surrounded by green fields and quiet streets, there lived a man named Ethan. Ethan wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. But everyone in the town knew him. Because Ethan was the kind of person who never refused help. If someone's car broke down, call Ethan. If someone needed help moving furniture, ask Ethan. If someone felt lonely at night and needed someone to talk to, Ethan would answer, always. No hesitation, no complaints. Just a warm smile and the same simple sentence. Of course, I'll help. People praised him constantly. You're such a kind man. The world needs more people like you. You're the most reliable person I know. And Ethan believed those words. He believed that being needed meant being valued. But slowly, something began to change. While Ethan was busy fixing everyone else's problems, his own life slowly began falling apart. His kitchen sink had been leaking for months. The paint on his walls was peeling. His small dream of starting a business sat unfinished in a notebook beside his bed. He always told himself the same thing. I'll work on it tomorrow, but tomorrow never came. Because someone always needed him. Every evening Ethan returned home exhausted, not just physically tired, but emotionally drained. One night his mother looked at him carefully and asked, Ethan, when do you take care of yourself? Ethan smiled gently, soon, but deep down, he didn't know when that soon would arrive. One evening dark clouds rolled across the sky. The wind began howling through the town. People rushed outside to secure their homes before the storm arrived. Ethan ran outside too, but not to protect his own house. Instead, he went to help 3 different neighbors. He helped one cover his tools, another tie down his outdoor furniture, another move heavy boxes into a garage. By the time Ethan finally returned to his own house, the storm had already arrived. The wind ripped through his yard. Rain poured violently from the sky. And as Ethan stepped inside his home, his heart sank. Part of his roof had collapsed. Water was flooding the living room. Furniture was soaked. Years of hard work, destroyed in minutes. Ethan stood there silently, drenched from the rain, and for the first time, he realized something painful. Not a single neighbor came to help him, not one. That night Ethan couldn't sleep. A question kept repeating in his mind. Why do I give so much, but receive so little? The next morning, feeling confused and exhausted, Ethan decided to visit someone known for wisdom in the town. An elderly retired teacher named Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris lived in a small cottage beside a slow flowing river. Ethan sat beside him quietly and said, Sir, I don't understand something. I help everyone. I try to be a good person, but instead of feeling happy, I feel empty, Mr. Harris didn't answer immediately. Instead, he pointed toward the river. Look at the water carefully, he said. The river gives life to the trees. It waters farms. It helps animals survive. But when the river forgets its boundaries, what happens? Ethan thought for a moment. It floods, he replied. It destroys everything. Mr. Harris nodded slowly. Exactly. Then he looked Ethan directly in the eyes and said something that changed his life forever. Kindness, without boundaries, becomes self-destruct. Mr. Harris continued speaking calmly. Ethan, for the next 7 days I want you to do something different. When someone asks you for help, don't say yes immediately. Pause. Ask yourself one question. Will helping this person cost me my peace, my time, or my growth? If the answer is yes, then say 3 simple words. Not today. Ethan felt nervous. He had never refused anyone before, but something inside him knew this advice was important. So he agreed. The test came sooner than he expected. The very next morning his phone rang. It was his friend. Ethan, I need help moving some equipment. His heart started racing. This was what he always did. Helping people was his identity. But then Ethan looked up at his damaged ceiling, his unfinished dreams, his neglected life. He took a slow breath and said something he had never said before. I'm sorry, I can't today. Silence filled the phone. Then his friend said something cold. You've changed, Ethan swallowed hard, but this time he didn't apologize. Yes, he replied quietly, I have. Something surprising happened after that. The world didn't fall apart. People found other ways to solve their problems. Some people stopped calling Ethan, others seemed slightly annoyed, but a few people respected him more, and for the first time in years, Ethan began fixing his own life. He repaired his roof, he fixed his kitchen sink. He finally started working on the business idea he had dreamed about for years. Days passed, then weeks. Slowly, Ethan became a different man. He slept better, he laughed more, and something unexpected happened. People stopped treating him like a tool. They began treating him like a person. One afternoon, Mr. Harris came to visit. He looked around Ethan's house. The roof was repaired, the garden was thriving, the air felt peaceful. Mr. Harris smiled and asked one simple question. So Ethan, did the world collapse when you stopped saying yes to everyone? Ethan looked around his home. Then he smiled. No, in fact, my life finally started coming together. So let me ask you something. Are you like Ethan? Do you say yes when you really want to say no? Do you sacrifice your peace just to keep other people comfortable? Remember this truth. Saying no does not make you selfish. It means you respect your own life. Because the moment you stop abandoning yourself is the moment your real life begins.